If you tried to tweak our game out of curiosity or to improve it, you may have noticed some bugs that need fixing. In this last video of the Basics of Web Dev series, we will fix those bugs and improve our game for a better user experience. So, without any further delay, let's get started. First, let's fix the visual confirmation that we are on the circle by adding cursor to pointer in CSS. I noticed that the game was difficult without a clear indication of when we could click, especially since each circle is only visible for 1 second. Great, now back to our issue. If you tried to add a button at the end of the game and managed to make it restart when clicked, you may have noticed that the game behaves strangely. This happens due to compounded setTimeout calls, which need to be cleared before starting a new game. However, as you refine the game and try to fix it with clear timeout, things can get messy and may still cause issues. This is where setInterval shines. Since we have a loop for the game logic, setInterval can handle that while also delaying each iteration by a specified time without complex calculations. The key difference is that setInterval, unlike setTimeout, runs continuously until manually stopped. The good news is that we already have a condition to stop the game, so we can clear the interval at that point. Let's first comment out the auto disappearance of the circles after 1 second. Now, inside the start game function, remove everything except the score and declare a variable named interval to store our interval. We set it to run every 600 milliseconds. However, if we only run create circle inside it, circles will generate infinitely, which is not what we want. To stop it, we simply call clear interval and our interval variable as parameter. Stopping the game when the player wins is straightforward, but for game over, we need to track the number of iterations. We declare a variable for this, increment it each time, and stop the loop when it reaches the max attempts. Next, to ensure the game stops rendering circles immediately at the end, we target all circles inside the game container using query selector all and remove them. A simple way to manipulate arrays is with the forEach built-in function. With forEach, we don't need to specify the array length and can directly modify individual elements. Now let's uncomment the auto disappearance of the circles and move our game to its own page. Inside VS Code, open the side panel, create a new file and name it game.html. Ensure that both index.html and game.html are at the same directory level. Let's add the boilerplate and include necessary files such as the CSS link, fonts, and navbar. We can copy these from index.html for now. Next, rename the course link to game, and inside game.html, move the active class from home to game. One important step, wrap our elements, the header, the game div, and the footer inside a main container div. Then add a rule in style.css to position elements correctly. To link home and game, update the href attributes. In index.html, set the game link as ./game.html, and in game.html, set the home link accordingly. To keep things more organized, move the game logic to a new file named game.js. And don't forget to include it at the bottom of game.html before the closing body tag. Also, ensure that the main.js file is included, as our navbar logic depends on it. At this point, everything should work fine, except for one console error related to the pop-up, which we won't cover in this video. You can further tweak the game, perhaps by showing statistics like total wins and losses. With what we've learned, I believe you can do it. And this wraps up our video and the series. If you have any questions, doubts, or feedback, feel free to ask. The complete project is available on our Gumroad page, link in the description, and you can get it with no cost. It includes additional explanations as comments and a cheat sheet to speed up your learning. Thank you for your time, and see you in the next video. For now, stay safe and keep learning.